Hey there, Angry Faithful. I just wanted to drop in, bend your ear a little bit, get your attention. So if you're not listening, drop what you're doing and pay attention to me because I'm here to inform you that not only can you get your daily, maybe if you're binging it, I'm not sure, that's entirely up to you, but you can multiply your doses of angry me fuckery by paying attention to all of the platforms upon which you can find either the dulcet tones of my voice and David's voice or my pretty face and David's not so pretty face. Anyways, digressing, we not only on we are on YouTube, we are on Spotify, we're on Rumble, we're on Google, Apple Podcast. We have a TikTok page. We're on Twitter, Instagram, and of course Facebook. So if you find yourself fuckery deprived, curl up with a nice hot mug of shut the fuck up and just listen. Open those ear holes and be prepared to be cream pied like it's the first time. Thanks for listening.
Welcome, Angry Faithful. Today on What the Hell, we're going to talk about the boys and basically what we were talking about off air a little bit is how everything's like somewhat changed off of because of streaming and everything on
Right. So, welcome, Angry Faithful. And we are going to talk about how dick porn is, or full frontal nudity for guys is becoming a whole lot more commonplace on the streaming platforms.
yeah.
Yeah. First up. Okay. So, I took the opportunity. I got smacked with a case of insomnia on Thursday night. So I was up at midnight and I was like, I can watch The Boys. So as soon as 12:01 hit, I flipped it over to Amazon, and sure enough, the first 3 episodes of season 3 were up. Wow.
Yeah, they went balls to the fucking wall on this one.
I wouldn't say it was diabolical because Butcher hasn't. We haven't seen the fullest extent of Butcher yet.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Still, I still like the whole. I didn't like it. I mean, I watched it, and I got to that point. We all know what me and you know the point. And spoiler alert: guy gets blown up through the penis, and
I mean,
I was like, where's this go? Oh, where's this? Oh, I know where this is going. I know where this is going.
He sneezed. I mean, they basically went the other way. You know, the whole hamster up the ass, the Armageddon thing, right?
Yeah.
But he went up his dick, right? And so I'm like, oh, okay. So he's tickling the guy on the inside, whatever. And I think the guy's about to get off, right? So what happens is the guy that's inside of him sneezes and he returns to normal size because I guess he doesn't have a full grip on his powers. And yeah, I'm like,
now we know what happened. What would happen to Thanos if Ant-Man went up the butt? I mean, it's a different orifice.
Hey, did you notice the different backdrop behind me?
Yeah, you switched everything around. You moved everything.
Yeah, switched the room back to where it was going to be or where it's going to go after I move on the 20th. I'm not a big fan, but then again, at this point, I'm just kind of a house guest. So,
yeah.
But yeah,
I'm really liking The Boys. So far.
I do. Yeah. I've always liked The Boys, from the graphic novel to the comic book to just to the animated series.
I'm still wondering what the difference between a graphic novel and a comic book is. I know the graphic novel.
I think a graphic novel is going to be more a compilation.
Okay. I don't know why they name it different. It's a comic book, but it's thicker. I guess they have that two different categories because
Yeah.
the
You know,
longer
and,
the
and just like
stories.
anything that you read from right to left is going to be considered MAGA or
Yeah,
manga.
manga. Yeah.
So, you know, okay. I'm okay with the different classifications because it gives uh nerds like you and I an opportunity to kind of just be like, well, no, I don't read comic books. I read graphic novels. And it lends itself to an air of sophistication.
I guess so, but the best if you're gonna go that route, the best graphic novels I've read so far is there's three of them. Kingdom Come, what was the other one?
Uh-huh.
Speeding Bullets, Superman becomes Batman type deal.
Yeah.
And Road to Perdition.
Road to Perdition.
Yeah.
Now, I guess, and it's all also too kind of the way that they're presented, the way that they're put together.
Mm-hmm.
Like you could almost consider the Spawn Batman a graphic novel.
Well, in that case, you can also consider the Batman versus Predator one being a graphic novel. And it's
Yeah.
considered Elseworld. Then you couldn't take
Oh.
away. You had to take up Speeding Bullets because those are considered graphic novels, even though they were they were singular issues.
Right. So let me see here.
But while you're looking that up, I actually like the dynamic between Huey and Starlight so far. But it's getting like repetitive to where she has to go in and do some weird shit that she didn't expect she has to do, and now she's upset about it type bullshit. I hate that repetitive of the storyline.
Now, according to Webster's, a graphic novel. Now, this is the Oxford languages, things like that, right? A graphic novel is a noun. It's a novel in comic strip format. A graphic novel is a book made up of comics content. Although the word novel normally refers to a long fictional work, the term graphic novel is applied broadly and includes fiction, nonfiction, and anthologized work.
So ergo, like what we were saying earlier, a compilation of different it's almost like, okay, so they can take like an entire storyline. Like if you were to take the entire Death of a Superman storyline from Action Comics to the Adventures of Superman to
Which they've done. I got the
which
comic.
they've done.
Yeah.
Right. Or even like the Funeral for a Friend series. They could take all 8 or 9 volumes or issues of that, condense it into one book, graphic novel.
Okay.
That's just my take on it.
Yeah.
It's like if they were to finally ever because I've got the first edition, I've got a first printing of the first issue of The Last Ronin, and I have not been able to find issues 2, 3, and 4. Right, like because I mean, as soon as they come out, they're gone. But if they were to put all 4 issues of The Last Ronin together in a graphic novel, oh hell yeah, I'd buy 2 copies of it. One to keep as a collector, so that way the spine doesn't get broken, and one obviously to read.
Yeah.
Or just buy 2 copies of it and just read it online. But yeah,
I became too much of a person that's likes everything like condensed and simple, so I don't buy comics that much anymore.
yeah.
I mean, I read all of them online.
Yeah, I mean,
It's just more
to me,
convenient
comic
for me.
books, I used to collect them all the time, man, and
Yeah.
they didn't survive my first marriage. But I mean, I had at the time, I had like 4 or 5 different copies, mint condition of Spawns 1 through 4. I had a bunch, dude. I had a bunch of stuff.
Dude, I had the
I had
the
a
black
short-
issue of Spider-Man.
right. I had the black, the gold, the green. I had the platinum
No, the one
cover.
from 9/11.
Oh, the 9/11. No, I didn't know that one, but
That one is worth probably around about I think $3,000 now.
Yeah. Well, see, I used to collect the one-off stuff. I used to collect the special edition collector, the collector's edition items, right?
Those
Like
are a
we're talking
scam. I found out.
no, let me finish.
Okay.
We're talking like number one issues of things like Image Comics, Savage Dragon, the Max. I had Youngblood
Okay.
Strike File autographed by Rob Liefeld. I had the entire Dark Horse Comics Terminator series.
Oh yeah.
I had them all, including the graphic novel that they had that was autographed by both of the artists.
I had the Crow comic, the
I
original
had, dude, I had a bunch of like obscure
autograph.
shit.
Yeah.
I had some of Todd McFarlane's first stuff when he was doing,
Working for Marvel.
yeah, like working for Marvel, and he had his issues. His work was like a small issue that was almost like a bonus comic book at the end of the issue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I had stuff like that. I had ROM. I had some of the Marvel Star Wars stuff. I had
Did you ever get into the What If Star Wars comics?
no, I didn't, but there was a Dark Horse series that Star Wars had where
I was like,
where
Darth Vader
where it
become like a white knight type deal.
no, I didn't see that, but
It was a very interesting read.
there you want interesting. Okay, so I kind of laugh because well, as I'm watching Rise of the Skywalker, or Rise of Skywalker, right? And we're sitting there talking, learning about how Papal,
Palpatine.
Palpatine. I'm thinking Jonathan Papelbon because I just got done watching the Red Sox win.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we're looking at the Emperor and talking about how he was a clone, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, how this is incredibly unoriginal because they should have just gone with the Heir to the Empire series, written by
Exactly.
Timothy
Or
Zahn.
no,
We
Dark Empire was the
no
one.
no Heir to the Empire
Oh, okay,
from
okay.
Timothy
Heir of the
Zahn.
Empire. Yeah. Okay.
Right. Now, Dark Empire was the Dark Horse Comics Star Wars series where Palpatine was a clone.
Yeah.
He transferred his essence as he's falling down the chasm of the second Death Star. He used he transferred his essence into another clone.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, okay. And and Luke went over to the dark side for a little bit during that series, came back, and Luke was actually more of a gray Jedi than
Yeah.
anything else. And it was a really great comic book series. I used to have that.
Yeah.
And
I still have I think I still have the Westworld games series of that. I got the rundown of all that stuff.
yeah, I mean, I used to have a lot of really cool comic books, and I dude, I was up to like 5,000-6,000. I think actually before they before they left this mortal coil, I was up to about $10,000 worth of market value books.
Damn.
It's kind of like my Funko collection. It's all boxed up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sitting at just a little over 5,200 right now.
I was setting up when I ended up just getting rid of all my comics. I didn't do it like it was one of those things I had to get the fuck out of this one place, and I forgot all my comics because it was in a big chest. But I was sitting at probably about $100,000 worth because I had like
Yeah,
first appearance of Punisher, first appearance of
right. Like my dad used to collect comic books, and that's where I got it from.
yeah,
that's where I picked up my habit from.
where I
And
picked up my habit too.
right, and so I'm looking at it, and I'm like, okay, my dad had like those big banker boxes that you'd see, those big file boxes.
Yeah.
He had like 5 or 6 of them full, the long ones, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, we're talking original Thors, ROMs. I mean, DC stuff, Batman.
They
he had the
smell so different too.
dude. Yeah, they do. And he had like the Killing Joke.
Oh shit.
He had the Death in the Family series.
Oh fuck.
Like he would read them once, put them in a sleeve, and then stuck them away.
Yeah.
Right. He had a lot of Todd McFarlane's original stuff. Like the Rocketeer used to be kind of like a serial comic that was at the back end of an issue.
Hmm.
He had all of them. He had, if I remember correctly, it was Todd McFarlane's like original stuff. It was like it was like a space coyote kind of a thing, right? I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but he had that. And I mean, this was like two almost $300,000 worth of comic books.
Yeah.
Not cover price, but market value. And I was supposed to get all of that. And when my parents lived in an apartment across town, the Rain Tree Apartments,
Hmm.
the maintenance guy's juvenile delinquent of a son decided that he thought it was going to be a good idea to play around with lighter fluid and a mattress at the storage facility that they've got, the storage units that they've got on site. Well, they were playing around with a mattress and some lighter fluid in the unit that was empty next to my parents' unit. Whole damn thing went up in smoke, right? My dad said he remembered the firefighter walking out of their unit holding a handful of what used to be comic books, and they were nothing but ash and mud.
I would beat that shit fucking kids
And
ass
the
for at
insurance,
least.
and yeah, right. And the insurance company was like, oh, we can't reimburse for those. Yeah. Right. Exactly. So, I'm just sitting there going,
Fuck that
so
kid.
dude, I really wish that I could go back in time. And push that kid's head through a wall. I don't advocate violence
Yeah,
against children.
fuck stopping 9/11 or genocide of Jewish community, but saving those goddamn fucking comics.
No, because it's the little things in life that you stop. Because if you go and you stop 9/11, because you think about, who do you talk to?
Yeah.
Who do you talk to on what level of government to say, hey, look, these are the guys, without having them come back at you and go,
Actually, I had a theory. Okay.
okay, I'm listening.
This was on our time travel episode where you go
Uh-huh.
back in time and you change, how you because you have your old mind but in a newer body type deal. Anyways, way I was thinking is you set yourself up kind of like they did to take down the terrorists. And you set up a group to do that.
There are so many different branches of that timeline.
Yeah.
You almost want to leave the big historical stuff alone. It would be like Steve Rogers going back in time, right? To
Yeah.
be with Peggy.
He
had to let things happen.
Yeah. No, have you ever seen the what really happened during Steve Rogers' timeline? There's a YouTube video of it, and it's so fucking hilarious. I
almost wish that Steve would have walked in while Peggy was getting filled out like a job application. How funny would that have been?
What are you talking about?
When Steve Rogers went back in time to be with Peggy, he walks into the house.
Oh, okay.
And she's in the back room getting balled out. She's getting the boots put to her. Never mind. You know what? To quote Stan Lee from Mallrats, quit thinking about it so much. You're right, Steve. You're right, Stan. You're right. Makes sense here. All right. So anyway, but no, I'm thinking more along the lines of like butterfly effect. So I mean, if you go and you legitimately stop some of these major historical
because you don't know what's going to happen afterwards,
right? Yeah, I mean, exactly. You don't know. Now, the smaller stuff, like beating a kid's ass to keep him from committing arson, yeah, That's, it's okay.
I could see it. Yeah.
You know, um,
Oh, I have a fan theory. A weird theory. But go ahead.
okay,
Just let me know when you're done.
go ahead.
Okay. I think the Millennium Falcon, so disposed, showed up in Top Gun Maverick. Hangman, Han Solo, comes in and saves the day at the last moment. He pulled a fucking Millennium Falcon.
I mean, he pulled a Han Solo.
He pulled a Han Solo. I mean, that whole
See,
fucking
wait,
movie
wait,
with
wait,
Star
wait,
Wars
wait,
references.
Wait. There would be an incredible amount of credence to your theory if
Come on,
if
John.
Hangman would have come in and shot that bird down during the canyon run.
Okay,
I get what
can
you're
see
saying.
that.
I get what you're
Okay,
saying.
yeah. Okay.
I get what you're saying. I love the fact. And see, we're still what? We're still 1 week past the premiere. I think we can talk about it, right?
Yeah, we can talk about it.
Yeah. Okay. So let's just do that. The fact that this movie was just so pro America. Granted, yes, it was filmed like 2-3 years ago, and we've been waiting for since then.
Yeah.
This movie is so pro America that it almost slaps Hollywood in the face. I mean, the fact that Tom Cruise, the way that Tom Cruise is so smart, Scientology aside, he doesn't get paid up front for his movies. He's negotiated all of his contracts to get paid on the back end.
Okay.
So opening weekend alone, Tom Cruise has already collected a $200 million paycheck from this movie.
Damn.
Right.
But he puts all of his money back into the movies too.
Well,
So-
okay, so that's why he says, all right, take what you would normally pay me, stick it on the front end and put it towards production value and pay me on the I'll get a portion of the box office take.
Yeah.
So,
because I
and
went back.
I really wasn't expecting a whole lot out of this movie. I really wasn't.
I wasn't either, but it ended up just being really, really good.
Yeah. And I'm like, wow. And everybody I know that has gone to see this movie, they're all like, dude, this movie was great. And now there was one guy, I think he either writes for the Times, the New York Times, or writes for Rolling Stone. I can't remember which. Completely trashed this movie. Just completely trashed it. Called it a pro-America love letter to the right, blah blah blah. And it's like,
Hold on real quick. I gotta pick up my food.
oh yeah, okay, yeah, sure, go ahead.
Keep on going.
Oh yeah, I'll keep on going. You come to the stark realization that everything is becoming real. And I know that statement is redundant. Yes, it's starting to sink in that the reality of me moving is literally right around the corner. I am 2 weeks away from moving. So yeah, that's going to be a thing. It's going to be fun. And David's back.
Yeah.
So what DoorDash bring you?
Bricktown.
Oh, well, okay.
I didn't want to go anywhere.
Well,
I
don't blame you.
Man, I don't know if we talked about this, me and you, but I gotten so pissed off like at Walmart that I won't go there anymore. I'll go to like United for my stuff, and I'll go somewhere else to get my other stuff. It's right in front of you, dog. There you go. But it's just ridiculous. But anyways, I ordered like underwear and socks. I was like, you know what? I don't want to go inside. So what I'll do is I'll do the pickup.
Mm-hmm.
I'll pick up my stuff at the pickup line. I get there. I'm like, hey, where's my order? Oh, we canceled the order was canceled. I was like, the order was just totally canceled? It's like, yeah. It's totally canceled. We don't have it on our system or anything like that. So I go out there, I go up to the cash register. I was like, listen, where's my order at? It's like, well, we don't have it. So I canceled the order. Guess what shows up a week later? My underwear. Guess what gets canceled? I mean, I literally have these 3 pieces of underwear that I got for free.
Okay.
But anyways, go ahead with the yeah, the things we come up on this show.
Yeah.
But what did
So-
that guy say?
He was just talking about how it was a pro-America letter to the right, and it relied too heavily on nostalgia and camera tricks to sell a story that could have been told more or less on like a miniseries.
Yeah, but there was no camera tricks.
Yeah, no, there's no CGI in this movie at all.
I mean, they had CGI in Top Gun, which, funny story, they didn't say who the villain was in the original Top Gun. Everybody just assumed it was Russians.
Well, they did say Soviet MiG.
They said Soviet MiG, but those weren't Soviet MiGs.
No, I know. You and I both know, and everybody who has seen the movie knows that those were not Soviet MiGs. Those were F-20 Tiger Sharks.
F5s.
F-20, F5, same difference. F5 is just the trainer.
Yeah. Okay.
Tiger Sharks were the ones that Chuck Yeager flew as a test program that were set up to, they were being courted as the new next generation fighter.
Okay.
But I love how, we're sitting in there and we're watching this movie, and I'm like, I'm getting heavy National Treasure vibes where I'm just like, I'm going to steal an F-14. How are we going to get in there? We're going to go right through the front door.
Well, after we got done with that movie, oh man, I was like, I think I can find a couple of YouTube videos. David, no, I haven't finished my sentence. Maybe we could make a film that we can, David. Okay, that's not a bad idea. But me and you both, after we start watching a movie like that, let me turn that off. No, but after we start watching a movie like that, we just need to get a like if we watched like Fast and Furious or some shit like that, we need to get an Uber. Because Kai even said it's like Kai even said he was like, man, I can't watch like a martial arts movie, a fucking something like everything goes fast movie or anything like that, because or a driving movie like Fast and Furious, because once you get in that car, your brain just goes away and goes back to, hey, I think you can drive like that. And you really can't. But I can. I'm trained to do that.
Yeah, let's be specific. Kai cannot drive like that.
Exactly.
Now, I did say that this left me feeling nostalgic, just like that after the original Top Gun came out. I wanted to go fly a fighter plane.
Yeah.
I wanted to get behind the stick of a fighter plane. And what was the line that Kelly McGillis used in the first one? You don't feel alive unless you're going Mach 2 with your hair on fire. You know? So I was just like, man, I just want to go for a ride in a fighter plane. That's really all I want to do. But yeah, I mean, it was a good movie. Definitely one that I would support going to go see again.
Yeah.
But and it's definitely one that's going to be purchased on digital. And you know, and I always told myself that I wanted to be old school, you know, and I'd always go out and buy the Blu-rays or the 4K Blu-rays or whatever, right? Because you like to have that physical thing in your hand, right?
Yeah.
And dude, I haven't, honest to God, went out and purchased a Blu-ray probably in a couple of years now.
I haven't bought
My
a Blu-ray.
Voodoo account's got like 200, almost 300 movies on it,
Yeah, same here.
you know, and it's
I've
just,
had people laugh at me for having a Voodoo account until like I show up and they're like, "Oh, we don't have a movie. Maybe we can go through our thing, or we can go to." I was like, "Hold on, bring up my Voodoo account on this. Okay, what do we want to watch? We'll rent this. That's all the movies. Yeah, I know. Why do you have a Voodoo account? Why do you buy the movies digitally? It's not gonna be. And nowadays, it's like a common thing.
yeah. Yeah. I mean, you know, the fact that we had Blu-ray, we had 4K Blu-ray, and 4K Blu-rays, really, they didn't have a whole lot of, they didn't have a really huge lifespan.
No, they didn't.
Maybe, I think, what was it? Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 was the first Marvel's MCU movie to come out on 4K.
Here's the even funny thing. When's the last time you when's the last time you saw anything 3D? I mean,
Right?
on DVD.
No, the last movie I went to go see in 3D was The Force Awakens. And the coolest 3D effect in that entire movie was when the Star Destroyer is like in your face.
The last thing I saw in 3D was Agent Ultron, and I went to an IMAX theater to go watch it, and it was really good.
Yeah, you know, and even then, even IMAX movies. IMAX movies are, the studios aren't pumping money into it anymore.
Mm-mm. The only people are
Like National Geographic and shit like that.
Christopher Nolan and Tom Cruise.
Well, yeah, but the thing about IMAX movies, because the way that the film is formatted, those movies are missing footage that the theatrical the 35 millimeter or whatever it is, the regular format. There's more footage in the normal theatrical release than there is an IMAX movie.
Oh, Maria says hi.
Oh, well, tell her I said hello. Actually, no, you know what? No, she can wait till she listens to the episode. So, hello, Maria. Oh shit.
That's messed up, John.
It is. It is. No, she can wait. And then inevitably we'll hear about it. Oh, I can wait, huh? I'm like, yeah.
No, I'll hear about it.
All right, fine, you can hear about it. But yeah, dude, you'll notice that my Xbox right there is on right now. Because, dude, for like the last few days, I've actually gone out of my way to sit down and play video games.
I have too. I played Cyberpunk.
Those three
2077.
consoles that I have sitting up there, my OLED
Usually arcade
switch,
play.
my OLED switch, my PS4 Pro, and my Xbox One X have been used by my boys.
Yeah.
But here lately, like, because Sniper Elite 5 came out on Game Pass. So
Oh,
I've been
okay.
playing. So I've been playing that. What else? I've been playing No Man's Sky. I'm thinking too that I'm gonna get back into Breath of the Wild. Try to finish that up. I've been packing, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, stuff is off the walls for the most part.
You had your boys this weekend, so we're gonna
Yeah, I did.
bother you.
My-
I just did
My
Ruby
TV
Ridge.
is my TV is actually going to go over to their house, and it's going to be their new bedroom TV. So that way they've got something that plays 4K on it, in their room.
Nice.
So I mean,
Are you watching
uh,
Stranger Things in the background?
yeah, I paused it so that way we could do our episode. But I'm waiting for the Netflix screensaver to kick on any minute now. But
I played Cyberpunk 2077.
how big of a train wreck is that game?
I should have completed it last weekend. But the whole reason why I didn't complete it last weekend was the basic fact of every time. Okay, I had to delete the game, restart it, because one of the things that you have to use throughout the game broke on the game, stalled on it. So I had to delete it, reinstall it. Then I kept on getting blue screen all the time with that game.
Mm-hmm.
I was so fucking pissed off. I'm legitimately thinking about saving enough. I was thinking about saving enough money to get a AAR build. Now I'm thinking like saving enough money to get a PS5.
The thing about PS5 though is that you can't play with backward compatibility.
You can.
Nope.
Man, I don't care. The same games that I've been playing come on that and everything, so I'm good.
And
Are you talking
two,
about the
also,
disc, or are you talking about just the downloadable stuff? Download stuff.
any
I
of
think
it?
is-
So like if you're playing Division 2
yeah.
and you're playing, your people in your party have a PS4, you can't play with them.
Oh no, you can.
Did they fix it?
I guess they fixed it because I've been playing with people that have PS5s.
Okay, well, pitter patter. No, I'm gonna hold out until I get a Series X. I only play PlayStation for the exclusive titles anyway. I really do.
Yeah, I've always gotten pissed off about the exclusive titles,
Well,
but I'm more of a PlayStation person and I'm an Xbox person.
I was a
I don't
PS2 guy
know.
for the longest time, and then I played Halo for the first time, and then I went and traded all my shit in. I got a 360, but no, you can wait until after I'm done recording to do the update. Good God.
No,
My
I'm-
MacBook
I'm-
is sitting there telling me that Monterey 12.4 is available.
oh.
I'm like, okay, great, awesome.
No, what I usually, me personally though, if it came around to it, and the reason why I just don't like doing it anymore is I'd rather have like a really high end PC.
Oh, you're gonna become a master racer?
Wow. Yeah.
All right, okay, all right.
Well, I was beforehand. I mean, I played WoW. I play all the
Zig Hail or
MMORPGs.
whatever it is, it's like
I
Hail
just
the
don't like.
Father Ram.
I just don't like upgrading my freaking computer every year. Just to play a lot of the games I had even WoW. I had a high end computer playing WoW.
Well, and see, that's the thing too, is that you can go and spend $4,000 or $5,000 on a rig,
Yeah.
and it's obsolete within 6 months.
Yeah. No, it sometimes it's obsolete as soon as you buy it.
Oh, basically, yeah. Even the
Yeah.
stuff that you buy, no, sorry.
Yeah, it's a year old.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, you get to a year and then it's like, okay, the next video card's already out. Like, I don't want to go and spend $900 on a video card for it to be shit within 6 months.
Yeah.
I just don't want to do it. Um,
I think I'm gonna call this when we get nerdy with it.
fine, yeah, whatever.
Oh, did you set up a day for the interview?
He said that he's got to look at his schedule because his schedule is pretty hectic for next week. I told him, I said, dude, I said, I'm sorry, man. My schedule just kind of fell apart on me. And so we're gonna I'm gonna spitball with him. I'm gonna try to figure out, when, but um there's still just a lot of misinformation out there.
Well, on
And it's
even the newer one.
Yeah, and dude, it's so hard to sift through that.
Yeah.
And you're just kind of, oh, Netflix is fixing to kick on my screensaver. But we'll get it figured out. But I mean, as far as like a computer is concerned, a PC, a gaming rig, dude,
That's the only reason.
the only
I went
only
back to
time the only
console.
reason right, and the only reason why I would even remotely want to do a PC for gaming is one, there's a batting practice, like a baseball VR thing. It's called Win Reality,
Mm-hmm.
where you can take major league pitching from home, right?
Really?
Yeah, do that. I would like to get into some iRacing. So I would want a rig that could handle all of the track updates, and all the physics engines, the crash engines and stuff like that. Something that had enough power to support 3 monitors, so that way when I sat down behind the wheel, I had 3 monitors to look at, so I had a panoramic view. Because you can
That'd be
actually
pretty-
make money on sim racing.
Can you?
Yeah.
Would you just end up like what do you call it? Going to like sim racing, kind of like
It's-
the League of
it's-
Legends
it's-
stuff.
It's iRacing.com. And they've got all these different racing series. They've got Rally, they've got Forza, they've got Formula One, they've got IndyCar, they've got NASCAR, all the different divisions.
That's
and-
interesting.
And they've got real life tracks. And even with like the NASCAR stuff, you can race from different eras. You can race cars from different eras.
Does anybody pop up from like the big
Dale Jr. does it all the time.
really?
Yeah, Dale Jr. does it all the time. Denny Hamlin does it a lot. William Byron drives the number 24 car for Hendrick Motorsports. He owns an e-racing team.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, I mean, and it's a place really for graphics designers and paint scheme designers to really kind of just show off their talents. I mean, you see some of the coolest paint schemes on these cars. And some of these, like Timmy Hill, he drives in the Xfinity series
Uh-huh.
for NASCAR. He is a long time iRacer. And some of the money that he makes from that, along with the sponsorship that he carries for his virtual car, carries over, and he actually runs a real race car for an Xfinity team part-time.
That is so fucking interesting.
Because some of the skills that you acquire iRacing, you still have to hit marks and stuff like that, because the physics and the behavioral engine or models for how the car behaves, you get tire fall off, fuel mileage, shit like that.
Yeah.
That transfers, a lot of that transfers or translates in over to the real world car.
Oh, so their physics engine is almost the same thing as
Dude,
the
it's
little
spot
car.
fucking on.
Real wow.
Yeah,
I wouldn't mind doing
spot
that.
on. Now to get on to like the Cup Series, you got to work your way up. You got to get invited in. But I mean, dude, and then at the end of the year, they run their playoff formats just like NASCAR does, and they crown a points champion at the end of the year.
That's neat.
Yeah, yeah. I think Coca-Cola actually sponsors the iRacing Cup Series. Dude, it's pretty fucking wild, man. And you
When
get to
did it-
drive some really cool ass tracks, man.
We need
There was an old track that used to be on the NASCAR schedule all the time, North Wilkesboro, North Carolina, right? Or
Yeah.
South Carolina. Anyway, so this and Rockingham, I mean, it used to be on the schedule all the time. Some of these tracks have like fallen off, right? And they're in disrepair. Well, the owner of North Wilkesboro was on a plane with Dale Jr. and they were having the conversation. Dale Jr. is a big advocate of iRacing. And he's like, hey man, let's go clean up the track so we can get this track scanned into iRacing. Because what they do is the iRacing comes out to the track and they scan the track in. They drive the track, very slowly, and they scan it in.
Yeah,
the surface,
basically what the Google cars
surroundings.
do.
Ish.
Ish, yeah.
But we're talking about surface texture, banking, the whole 9 yards, all the characteristics of
Nice.
the track. So what they did is Dale Jr. volunteered his time. Matt Davis, his best friend, producer for his podcast, goes out there, and a bunch of volunteers that heard about it on the Dale Jr. download and his Twitter feed. They all showed up and they cleaned all of the vegetation, all of the growth off of the track surface, so iRacing could scan it in so people could drive North Wilkesboro.
Fucking that's fucking amazing. That's one thing.
Right?
That's one thing I wanted our pack cast to do. It's just like one day, just something like super cool like that.
Right.
Something happens like that. And we're just like, fuck, someone listens to us.
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
You know, we could have like an angry me day at the beach or something like that.
Yeah.
And we go rent a beach house for one day. You know, I mean, we would rent it for like a weekend or something like that. We go down there and it would just be like a 1 day, 1 night kind of a thing. And, you know, we could have this like beach cleanup kind of a deal, and, you know, have just a huge barbecue, and then try to get somebody to come play live music, maybe have a comedian come and, you know, do a routine or whatever. But
Rocket.
I mean, to me, that would
Rocky.
be like amazingly cool.
I will send you back to the house. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I mean, but
Watching
to
the
me, that would
dog.
be just, yeah, I get it. To me, that would just be amazingly cool.
Really? Here. Shut you up. That'll shut you up. Gotta tease them with fries.
Right? Exactly.
You know. Bark like that, send you back home. I didn't want to go back and forth to the house, and I'm watching because of the dog. So I was like, fuck it, I'll bring the dog here. And he just starts fucking barking. Worst
Yeah, but,
possible moment. He didn't do it. What's surprising, he didn't do it on the Psychos and Sociopaths episode. He passed the fuck out. And then I guess something happened outside or some shit like that.
Mhm.
Because this door just jams open a little bit.
Yeah.
So I bolt it. I didn't bolt it. So if the wind catches you just right, it pretty much knocks on the door. So
Yeah, no, I got you. I'm picking up what you're putting down. But,
that's about it.
yeah, that's basically about it. We were kind of all over the place today.
Yeah. Which on this, it's not that bad.
Instead of nerding out or whatever, like rock out with your nerd out, or where their nerds out.
Rock out with your nerds.
Rocking out where their nerds out.
Huh.
Yeah, why not? Right?
Yeah.
Anyways, oh yeah, tonight is game 2 of the NBA finals. Celtics beat the crap out of the Warriors game 1 earlier in the week. They had like a 20-2 run in the fourth quarter. It was pretty damn cool. So I'm gonna watch game 2 tonight, I think, and then just go from there, man. Tomorrow we can do nerd sports. We'll get our weekly installment of Colin's joke of the week, and yeah, we'll figure stuff out. Just really just kind of chilling out for right now, man, because I know that like tomorrow morning when I get up, I gotta cut some more trees down. I gotta run some loads over to the transfer station. You know, just I'm helping my parents out, trying to get as much of their
Foliage.
trying to get as much of their heavy lifting projects done as I can before I leave. So, you know, just trying to take advantage of the time that I got. Yeah.
You got like 3 more weeks.
2 more weeks until I move.
Okay.
It'll be 2 more weeks effective tomorrow until I move because I leave on the 20th.
Okay.
So, Mindy, her sister, and Mindy's youngest are coming up. I'm picking them up from the airport on that Saturday, the 18th. Me, her, the boys, all three of us, or all three of the boys, her sister, we're all going to go stay at a hotel here in town. And then Sunday, we're going to spend Father's Day and all that good stuff together. And then Monday morning, gonna pick up the U-Haul and bring it back over here, load it up, hit the road. So, yeah.
Okay. Well, other than that, I'm David Dickerman,
I am Johnny Skelton.
and this is What the Hell? Rock, what is it? Rock out,
Rocking out
Nerd
with our nerds
Nerd
out.
Victory!